Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. MVP's got some great drops that are dropping on Friday, June 20th. One of them is the Fission Trail, but another one I'm super excited about is the Plasma Dimension. Now, is this going to be super overstable for most of us? Probably, but it's going to be a fun disc to try out. Let's go. Yeah, nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jeremy from Disc Golf Deals USA. Now, one of the fastest speed discs out there that you can legally throw is basically a 14.5 speed disc, and that's what we got here in the Dimension. Now, this run is Eagle McMahon's brand new Tour Series disc. It's run in plasma plastic. Now, plasma is definitely more stable than fission plastic, which is what we got the Dimension in last year. Now, the Fission Dimension is one of my disc that's a go-to disc. It's a bomber for me, and it's a disc that mere mortals like me and you guys out there can definitely throw. But Eagle McMahon, I'm sure, is going to use this as like a roller disc. Well, the plasma one should be definitely more stable, should live up to its flight numbers, and we're going to test it out. Here we go. Before I throw the plasma one, I anticipate it's going to be super overstable. I need to warm up a little bit with my straight flying Fission Dimension here. So flight numbers on the Fission Dimensions are definitely not accurate. It's definitely a much straighter disc. There we go. See how straight that goes? And then just a little finish at the end. Yep, that thing crushes. Now that I've thrown that, I'm ready to be brought down to mere mortal status. Let's go ahead and throw the Plasma Dimension. This one's weight is 172 grams. All right, went pretty straight the first half of the flight, and then all hyzer the second half of the flight. That's about what I expected. Now, I will say one of the downsides of my Fission Dimensions is if there is any serious headwind type of a shot, they really can't handle it, especially now that I've had them several months and they're broken in, they're beat in. So who knows, maybe I can wear this plasma one in to a point where I could throw it in a headwind. All right, well, now we're going to put these on Anhyzer a little bit so you guys can see the difference between these flights, and who knows, maybe we can get some max distance out of this puppy. All right, first up, the Fission Dimension. All right, so see the stability on that one. It definitely holds the Anhyzer a long time, and then baby finish at the end. All right, now the headwind's kicked up a little bit, very slight, but let's put this on Anhyzer, see if it can battle out. Yeah, look at how quickly that fights out of that Anhyzer. Oh yeah, is this puppy stable? Yeah, she is. All right, now keep in mind, whenever you see disc reviews, especially of new drops, those discs are gonna be a little bit more overstable than they will maybe a month or two from now after you've worn them down a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Man, I would love to get to the point with this Plasma Dimension where it'll fly a little bit more straight. I think it might actually be something that I can keep in my bag. So make sure you stay tuned and we'll see if I can get it to that point, maybe another month or two from now. So normally on reviews, I put these on hyzers too, but there's not really a point to do that. These are both overstable discs. They're just gonna hold those hyzers and knife down. So let's do some sidearm shots. All right, first up, Fission Dimension. Yeah, see how you can get some good turn out of it and then it finishes nice and straight. Love it. That's what I love that Fission Dimension for. Now let's see if this plasma one's a little more stable. Maybe I can put a little Anhyzer on it and get some equal distance out of it. Yeah, nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, just a nice slight Anhyzer on that. And man, that thing came off quick from my hands. Got some really good distance. We're gonna go measure those. I think those both went almost the same distance. I think I may have found a nice sweet spot that might be baggable for me with this Plasma Dimension, doing Anhyzer forehands. So let's try one yet again. We're gonna run right at that basket. Fission Dimension up first. Since this one's definitely straighter, I'm just gonna run straight at the basket, nice and flat. Oh yeah, getting some turn out of it for sure. Wow, okay. Yeah, we do have a little bit of a headwind going in this direction. See how that held that Anhyzer the whole way? putting that forehand torque, you get a lot more torque on it than you do on a backhand. So it really held that Anhyzer. Now let's see if the plasma one can fight out of a little bit of an Anhyzer, get us close to the basket. Oh, baby. Oh, I am loving that on a forehand. I didn't exactly get the Anhyzer I want. Came out a little bit flatter than I want, but that was a money shot. Let's run this again. I want to do some more forehands. So thanks to you guys out there. You've been encouraging me to do more forehands. Discs do perform differently backhand than they do forehand. So you may hear some people talking about, oh, this is a great forehand disc, or this is a great backhand disc. And it's true. Some discs are just better for backhand speed, and a lot of them are better for forehand speed and also being nice and shallow. This plasma dimension, nice and low profile, comes out super clean. Okay, one final shot. We're gonna do one more forehand. We got the basket sitting right at about 350. So we're gonna run straight at it with the dimension and then plasma dimension. Again, I'm gonna try to do a slight Anhyzer on it. We do have a slight headwind, so this will be kind of interesting. All right, fission dimension up first. Yeah, that headwind just really torques it over, but it does fight out of it a little bit. Still ends up to the left. So I feel like shots just like this are when I would love to throw the fission dimension, but it's just slightly more understable. So maybe that's where this plasma dimension is gonna come in. All right, let's see if we can do it. Oh, did not get the Anhyzer again, but wow, that's still really good. We're pin high. So I feel like if I can just teach myself to just start it a little bit more to the left, that's gonna be perfect. All right, guys, I think I found the slot in my bag for this guy. All right, guys, is this plasma dimension gonna be for everybody? Not really, but if you have 60 mile an hour on up arm speed, you're gonna find a really nice spot in your bag for this. It does actually go a lot straighter for longer than I thought it would before it gives you that nice, reliable 0-3 finish. And if I can get this worked in and beat in, I think it's gonna be a nice, great bombing disc eventually. So those of you with slower arm speeds, it's gonna basically be a nice, big meat hook. But if you wanna go out and support Eagle McMahon and support his new 4-part series here, which is all about balance, you should definitely go out and support it because that stamp is super sick. All right, if you guys are looking to get some of these or some of the other drops that are dropping on June 20th, head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA. All right, until I see ya, peace out.